Hello, my name is Ito and this channel is called All Things Ito, and I wanted to kind of get something done around the house, and this project is actually my old home office being turned into a room for my daughter. She wanted her own room, so we did the loft bed and we had a lot to organize in there, and so I kind of wanted to do this to motivate myself and also do like my first official YouTube video, because the last one that I did wasn't that great. But alas, I wanted to get started, and you'll see the process, you'll see all that it gets involved in decluttering and getting rid of stuff, and it did take me a while because it's just life that happens. But I hope you enjoy it and I hope it motivates you, and I'll be looking forward to doing a lot more of these videos. Thank you. So day one has started, and I put some music on my phone, and I start to remove all the items from this shelf here. The shelf is actually from West Elm. I've had it for a few years. I really like it, and stuff starts falling on the floor. I really don't know where to put all this stuff, but I start putting it like all over the place, which is probably like not the correct way to declutter, but what do I know? And so I start to take all the items away little by little. I empty the bookcase, and then I realize the bookcase is kind of dusty, so I'm gonna have to go for some cleaning supplies to clean it up, and I'm about to do that as soon as I get all this stuff off. I didn't realize I had so much stuff on this bookshelf, and yeah, it's kind of dusty and dirty. I'm gonna be using Mrs. Meyer's in the lemon verbena scent, and I'm going to give it a nice little cleaning. It's not at all worn out or anything. It just was kind of dusty, and it's white, so you can definitely see any dirt that would be stuck on there. I love Mrs. Meyer's cleaning products. They smell so good, and they do a good job. So it's all clean and nice, and now we have to tackle this corner shelf. It has tons of files, and I don't know where to put the rest of the stuff, so I end up piling stuff on the shelf I just cleaned, which is probably not a good idea, because then you'll see later on how I have to redo everything again. So I'm taking all the stuff off of there. And this shelf, I actually ended up selling it like the same day I posted it on Facebook Marketplace. And I got rid of it pretty quickly, the same day. So yeah, bad idea. Do not put stuff all over the item you just cleaned and decluttered, because you'll see later on I have to deal with all the stuff I put on that white shelf. And I'm rolling this thing out of the way, and I'm getting the shelf emptied so that I can get it out of the room and sell it. And here's where you can see the big mess that I made. There must be a reason why people hate to declutter, because it actually is like putting all this stuff that you have, exposing it, and then you have to deal with it. So it's so much better not to deal with it. And I literally had this mess in here for several years. I just had stuff piled up in here from an office I had outside of the home, and I shut that down, and then I put all the stuff in here in this room. And so here I am looking through all the stuff that I have and taking stuff out and deciding what to keep, what to throw away, and getting quite distracted in the meantime, ruffling through items. That was my child's like kindergarten graduation photo. Stuff I hadn't seen in a while. Toss and keep, and this is how it goes. Ended up donating tons of stuff to the local Goodwill and rummaging through old photos. So that was kind of nice. So I actually got quite exhausted. So this is the room like a few days later, because life happens. And I did get through most of the stuff that I had taken out of the shelf. And I got this cute little like dog pillow with pillows. I thought that would be like a cute little corner for my daughter, but the pillow ended up being too soft. It wasn't very firm for her, so I actually ended up returning it. I had purchased it at Marshall's. And this is the items that I had left after tossing some things and then piling some things on this desk. And that's that loft bed. The loft bed is awesome. I got it from wayfair.com, and it took forever to put together. And my daughter wanted this black and white theme, so that's why you see like the black sheets on the bed and the white wood for the bed. So yeah, this is like 3 days later from when I started. And I do decide to do the smart thing, which is to take everything out of the room and then declutter stuff later. But for now, just to get rid of all the stuff that was just there on the floor, because it was kind of driving me nuts. So I'm taking all the stuff away. And yeah, I'll be done today, finally. There's my mom wondering when am I gonna get done with this decluttering. It will happen though, it eventually does happen. So again, there is progress, and I start to get rid of all this stuff, and eventually the stuff that I had put on the shelf. The desk isn't going anywhere with all this stuff on it, but I end up selecting the books that I wanted to keep. This one is a funny book. It's like porno for women, and it's like men doing chores in the house. And I got these cute little, I guess they're like magazine holders, but I'm fitting in these like small little poetry books that I have that really wouldn't look good on the shelf because they're so like thin and small. And then I start organizing the books, and I have this little keepsake box that's like from IKEA. I keep like photos and cards in there, and I don't have a bookend, so I'm gonna use that box and the other magazine holder as bookends. And I don't know about you, but I just organize my books, and it's from like tallest to shortest, and I start to do that and make it look somewhat organized. And I did have to narrow down my book selection. I put like around 40 books that I had into a box to donate. And those are little Puerto Rico souvenirs. My mom used to live in Puerto Rico, and she brought me those. And I put some other little souvenirs that I had, some office supplies and pens. That corner is now clear of stuff. So the end is near, folks. The end is near, I promise. And I need to figure out what to do with that modem. The cords and cables out are like driving me nuts. And that's like a little pom-pom garland that I did myself. Some little DIY. That curtain on the window is actually a shower curtain. I got it at Target. There's a closet. I have to tackle that next because it has like all these dresses for the girls. And I need to figure that out. These are some cute little curtain lights. I got those at Marshall's. And they're battery powered and they just hang there on the wall, and I thought it looks really neat. And again, that's that shower curtain, but I hung it up as a curtain. And that's it. The room is somewhat done. Just needs some finishing touches.